The scene opens with a wide-angle view of ancient desert ruins at twilight. Partially buried stone pillars and crumbling structures are scattered across the landscape, with golden sands blowing gently in the wind. Long shadows stretch across the ground, creating an eerie and mysterious atmosphere. The lighting is dramatic, enhancing the high detail of the ruins and the surrounding desert. The scene transitions to a wide view of a star-filled sky over the ancient ruins in the desert. The faint outlines of constellations are visible above the broken stone structures, with soft moonlight reflecting off the undulating sand dunes below. The ambience is peaceful yet ominous, creating a mystical atmosphere that envelops the ruins. The scene takes place in the interior of a dark cave, where flickering firelight casts dancing shadows across the stone walls. Ancient carvings and symbols are etched into the rough surfaces, adding a sense of mystery and history to the environment. The warm glow of the firelight creates a tribal and cinematic atmosphere, enhancing the visual depth and intrigue of the setting. The scene opens with a cinematic wide-angle shot of an ancient archaeological site resembling Göbekli Tepe. Massive T-shaped stone pillars are arranged in circular formations, each adorned with intricate carvings of animals and symbols. The site is surrounded by a dusty excavation area, evoking a mysterious and awe-inspiring atmosphere, as the first light of sunrise casts a golden hue over the stones. A group of early humans is working together to build a large stone structure. They are using ropes and levers, showcasing their teamwork and determination. The expressions on their faces reflect unity and focus as they lift heavy stones into place, coordinating their movements carefully. The backdrop features a natural setting, either a desert with golden sands or a lush forest with towering trees, enhancing the prehistoric atmosphere. The warm sunlight casts a soft glow over the scene, illuminating the hard work and effort of the group. A surreal scene showing early humans gathered around a campfire. They are discussing plans and drawing symbols in the dirt, illustrating a metaphor for strategy and innovation. The glowing embers from the fire light their faces, creating dramatic shadows that enhance the cinematic tone. The atmosphere is filled with a sense of creative energy, embodying a tribal startup metaphor. A split scene image depicting early humans engaging in barter. They are gathered around a makeshift table made of logs, exchanging goods such as animal skins and tools. The expressions on their faces reflect cooperation and community spirit. The scene captures their body language, emphasizing teamwork and collaboration. A split scene image showcasing modern startup founders in a co-working space. They are seated around a large shared table cluttered with laptops, notebooks, and coffee cups. Their body language mirrors that of the early humans, exhibiting collaboration and focus as they discuss ideas and work together. The expressions on their faces convey determination and creativity. The scene opens with a vast, open landscape featuring enormous ancient stones arranged in a deliberate pattern, evoking a sense of grandeur and timelessness. The stones, each weighing 16 tons, are rough-hewn and weathered, showcasing their age and the effort it took to move them. In the background, a distant horizon stretches under a vast sky, symbolizing limitless potential and the power of vision. The atmosphere is one of contemplation, inviting viewers to reflect on the relationship between vision and physical effort. Early humans are depicted transporting a massive 16-ton stone pillar, using ropes and wooden rollers. The scene showcases their intense teamwork and determination, with sweat glistening on their faces as they struggle against the weight of the stone. Surrounding them are primitive tools and scaffolding, emphasizing the historical accuracy of the setting. The wide-angle cinematic shot captures the epic scale of the effort involved in this monumental task. A lone figure stands amidst the construction of a giant stone monument, visualizing the future pillars outlined by glowing lines in the air. Surrounding the figure, others are actively building, contributing to the manifestation of a grand vision. The atmosphere is dreamy and inspirational, capturing the essence of creativity and ambition. The scene is rich in detail, emphasizing the surreal art style and the transformative process of vision becoming reality. At Eamon O'Sullivan, the skilled ancient builder, is seen carving intricate symbols into a massive stone pillar. His hands, weathered and focused, move with precision as he works. In the background, the structure rises slowly, symbolizing legacy and long-term vision. The atmosphere is filled with a sense of purpose, as at Eamon O'Sullivan dedicates himself to his craft. The scene opens with a wide shot of an ancient stone temple or sanctuary, showcasing its intricate carvings and massive pillars that have stood the test of time. Golden sunlight pierces through the openings of the structure, illuminating the sacred atmosphere within. The surroundings depict nature reclaiming the edges of the temple, with lush greenery and vines creeping over the stone. The cinematic composition highlights the ultra-realistic detail and timeless aesthetic of the scene. A glowing eternal flame in the center of an ancient sacred space, surrounded by weathered stone walls engraved with forgotten symbols. The light from the flame reflects in the eyes of a lone figure, watching silently. The atmosphere is spiritual, symbolic of purpose and legacy, with a dark and gold contrast, creating a cinematic detail. A comedic scene showing a group of ancient elders or tribal priests sitting in a stone circle, watching a hologram of modern social media influencers dancing. The elders have puzzled and shocked expressions as they observe the absurdity of the modern trend. The atmosphere is filled with a contrast between the solemn ancient setting and the vibrant, lively display of the hologram. The scene is illuminated by torches, casting flickering shadows around the stone circle. A futuristic time traveler, at Alex Carter, holds up a smartphone displaying a TikTok video. Surrounding him are a group of ancient stone builders, who exhibit confused but curious expressions as they observe the glowing smartphone alongside their traditional stone tools. The scene captures a surreal blend of timelines, showcasing the contrast between the high-tech device and the ancient environment. The smartphone glows brightly, illuminating the faces of the builders, while the intricate details of Göbekli Tepe's stone structures provide a rich backdrop to this cinematic moment. The scene opens to the ruins of an ancient civilization partially buried by sand and time. The landscape features toppled stone pillars and broken carvings, creating an eerie silence that envelops the area. The atmosphere is haunting, evoking a sense of sudden abandonment. The camera captures this cinematic wide-angle view, emphasizing the ultra-realistic details of the environment. The scene captures a surreal depiction of an ancient civilization in mid-collapse. Structures are crumbling, with flames visible in the distance, indicating destruction. Figures are seen fleeing in confusion, adding to the chaos of the environment. Overhead, storm clouds roll in, enhancing the dramatic atmosphere. The setting serves as a visual metaphor for conflict and climate issues, with symbolic chaos represented through the high level of detail in the imagery. The scene depicts a desolate, fog-covered landscape featuring the broken remains of once great, ancient structures. The atmosphere is hauntingly empty, with stone ruins scattered across the terrain under gray skies. The mood conveys an eerie silence, filled with unanswered questions, evoking a sense of abandonment and mystery. The scene depicts ancient people walking away from a massive, unfinished stone city. Their backs are turned and they carry only essential belongings. Long shadows are cast on the crumbling structures, enhancing the sense of quiet defeat and missed opportunity. The atmosphere is cinematic and moody, evoking a feeling of loss and reflection. Daniel Carter stands in front of ancient ruins, gazing at a reflective stone surface that shows his own image. The scene captures the contrast between his contemporary business attire and the weathered stones of the ruins, symbolizing the theme of history repeating itself. The mood is moody, with dramatic contrasts, emphasizing the metaphorical tone of the moment. A conceptual illustration of a circular timeline, showcasing the rise and fall of multiple ancient civilizations. The scene features pyramids, temples, and collapsed cities, arranged in a repeating cycle. At the center, a glowing symbol represents power, surrounded by dramatic lighting that emphasizes the cyclical nature of history repeating. The illustration is rendered in a cinematic style, with ultra-detailed elements that capture the grandeur and decay of these civilizations. The scene features a stone wall or an ancient scroll displaying faded names and faces of once great leaders, now forgotten. The surface is partially eroded by time, with dust blowing across the scene, creating a quiet and somber atmosphere. The overall mood is high realism, evoking a sense of reflection on the lessons of history that have been ignored. A modern-day entrepreneur, visionary, or investor stands before towering ruins of a lost empire, silhouetted by the golden hour sunlight. The scene captures the powerful contrast between the ancient collapse of the empire and the bright future opportunities that lie ahead. The atmosphere is cinematic and inspirational, emphasizing the reflection and ambition of the character. A panoramic view of a futuristic city skyline, showcasing towering glass skyscrapers that are cracked and overgrown with vegetation. Digital billboards flicker intermittently, their once vibrant colors now dulled and sporadic. Nature is reclaiming the concrete structures, with vines and plants creeping up the sides of buildings, symbolizing the loss of purpose of a once great civilization. The overall atmosphere is haunting, evoking a sense of dramatic realism as the remnants of technology and nature intertwine. A modern figure stands contemplatively in front of a large glass wall or digital screen. The screen displays a striking overlay of ancient ruins superimposed on a contemporary urban landscape. The reflection in the glass reveals both the modern figure and a ancient row shows that enhance the mood of reflection and introspection. A symbolic chessboard is depicted, featuring ancient strategists such as priests and kings on one side, while modern entrepreneurs occupy the opposite side. The chess pieces are glowing, representing themes of legacy and wealth, set against a dark and golden color scheme. The scene is rich in detail, showcasing the mid-game tension and strategic depth of the chess match, blending elements of both the past and present in a surreal manner. A vertical cross-section illustration of a thriving ancient city, showcasing various layers. The bottom layer features lush agriculture fields, followed by bustling trade areas filled with merchants and goods. Above that, grand temples and schools are depicted, symbolizing the city's commitment to spirituality and education. The entire structure is designed like an efficient system, with glowing symbols representing prosperity and knowledge, interspersed throughout the layers, creating a vibrant and dynamic visual narrative. A massive ancient city half buried in a jungle or desert, barely visible through thick morning mist or golden haze. Towering structures peek through vines and sand, creating an atmosphere of mystery and forgotten greatness. The scene evokes a cinematic and surreal quality, showcasing high realism in the depiction of the ancient architecture and its surrounding. Jordan Wells stands confidently atop ancient stone blocks, holding a blueprint or tablet in his hand. He gazes out over a sprawling futuristic city that rises majestically from the ruins of the past. The scene is bathed in golden sunlight that breaks through the clouds, creating a dramatic and inspiring atmosphere. The juxtaposition of the ancient stone with the modern city symbolizes the building of wealth and legacy from timeless principles. The high detail of the surroundings enhances the cinematic realism of the moment. A sleek, minimalist cinematic scene showcasing the words, "Build like the ancients, win like the elite," carved into stone, glowing subtly. The text is positioned prominently in the foreground, with a breathtaking backdrop of a rising sun, illuminating either mountains or a cityscape, creating an epic and inspirational atmosphere. The scene embodies a perfect YouTube outro screen style.